1440p I'm recording this at. Because when you're looking at text on a screen and my blinky, bald-headed pumpkin head, yeah, that made sense. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. It's not like I'm playing a video game, but whatever. Just check it out, and maybe it makes a difference. Maybe it does not. No, that's the tags. That is not the notes. It would help if I was a little bit better prepared. As always, there's going to be 2 links down below in the description box. I'm hyped as always, but not overly hyped that it's annoying. The full video recap by WWE, and of course the text recap going on. All right, so let's get into it. Liv and Raquel in ring promo talking about Jade and Bianca, knowing that they didn't come alone. Liv brought out Nia Jax, Tiffy, and Candice LeRae. Nia says, I don't like you or dislike you, to both Liv and Raquel. She went to talk about Bianca and Jade, who then came out. Liv says, oh, there's only 4 of you. You're not too smart. You know, there's 5 of us, blah, blah, blah. Cody Ripley came out. See what I did there? Remember? Undashing Cody Rhodes with that mask. And Brutus the Barber Beefcake had something kind of similar, but not quite similar like that. And it was just badass to see. It was like, oh, it's Halloween all over again. And whooped some ass. So it was really, really nice. Travis Scott, for those that care, I just don't know much about him. I know that he had some kind of Happy Meal or something at McDonald's. Triple H stated that he's going to be at the Netflix Raw debut on January the 6th. Mixed tag team action. Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Chad Gables and Ivy Niles was a nice match, and the 619 basically took out the Chad. American Made raided the ring afterwards, but they didn't attack their opponents. No. Instead, Chad slapped American Made. I forget their names, to be honest with you. Julius, I think it was. The smaller one. And at first I was like, uh-oh, here we go. But it was one of those, like, just to get them amped up. Basically what he used to do to Otis. And I think someday it's going to backfire. I'm just saying. Backstage, we'll get to that in a minute. Backstage, the Judgment Day again seem off with the whole, like, Finn Balor and the Dirty Dom. There's just, like, those seeds being planted that I just have a feeling there's going to be a little bit more of a further implosion going on at some point. Let me move this over so we could see all these avatars here. The Miz is with Final Testament. It's Miz-tastic. Love the vignette promo. I could see Final Testament really going far and being a believable rival to the Wyatt Six. Karrion Kross is just so amazing. And I love that he continues his stories on Twitter/X. I just like calling it Twitter, okay? Because Twitter sounds cool. You tweet on Twitter rather than I'm posting on. It just sounds too erotic, okay? It's just, we're 2 X's away from it being rated R. You know what I'm saying? So that was actually kind of funny. I surprised myself there. Anyhow, Braun Breaker defeated Sheamus via disqualification in the Intercontinental Championship match. I knew, with all due respect, that Sheamus wasn't going to get his payoff here. Because I just knew it, and what better way to make it that nobody truly lost than by having Ludwig Kaiser coming out and getting a little goosey. Because Gunther told Ludwig backstage, stand for yourself. You don't speak for me. Make something big of yourself. Like he's really amping up Ludwig Kaiser. And then backstage, you could see that Damien was sitting down at a chair, and Ludwig went to, that wasn't Ludwig. Gunther went to choke out Damien. It's a good thing I got my notes. And it didn't work out too well for him. And then again, probably sowed some more seeds of doubt in his head there. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker. I've already talked about that. It was a good match. Yeah, I've already mentioned that. I kind of went backwards, didn't I? But yeah, he's going to be making enemies of himself because Braun Breaker's totally going to go after him. Imagine if Ludwig Kaiser ends up winning. He holds it for a bit, then Sheamus gets the title from him. I don't want to play fantasy booking because, like CM Punk would say, it's a good thing you don't work for the WWE. War Raiders versus Dom and Carlito. War Raiders pick up the win. They really don't do a good job of making Carlito look strong at all. They're making him look like the bitch Seth Rollins was when he was playing the coward role nearly a decade ago with J&J Security. I just don't really like it. You could be a heel, still look strong. Carlito is actually really, really phenomenal. I absolutely love Carlito. I just wish they could give him a little bit more oomph. And it's definitely nothing that he's lacking on his end, in my humble opinion. So after the match, when the War Raiders won, JD and Finn attacked the War Raiders. And then the Wyatt 6 video showed up with Bo Dallas. And it was just great. For people that keep saying, it's Uncle Howdy, it's not Bo Dallas. Bitch! Internally, he is still Bo effing Dallas. Okay? He's as Dallas as Texas is Dallas. I'm on a roll tonight. And these are just coming out of nowhere. Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins was good, but Solo's bloodline came out pretty much like right away. And then the OG bloodline came out. All out brawl. They took it to the back. And then Solo ended up coming out a little bit after. And things got a little bit goosey because of the distraction. And that led to a tsunami that drowned. See what I did there? Wow, I'm 3 for 3. Drowned Seth. Why am I still on the War Raiders? I should be over here. This is what happens when I get distracted. But hey, I'm having fun. Sammy's like, yeah, man, let's do it. Pop, pop. Now, to me, they really screwed up. They really, really screwed up. See, the whole thing was, this is where I get to, like, forget the notes for a minute here. This is just me talking. Okay? So, the bloodline, take it back. Okay, there was no Roman Reigns. And the bloodline, Jimmy and Jay with Sammy, approached Seth Rollins again backstage, saying, look, man, I really wish you would stand with us, blah, blah, blah. You did it with Cody, yet you've had more bad blood with Cody than you ever did with Roman, blah, 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 blah. Plus, Seth backstabbed Roman first anyways. Anyhow, then Seth Rollins tells each of them, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy, I would love to stand with you, but Roman Reigns, it'll never, ever, ever happen. I don't trust him. He's a tyrant, this, that, and the other thing. Wouldn't it have been amazing when Solo came out, Bronson Reed came out? Solo technically didn't get involved at all. And he didn't attack Seth or anything like that. What if he did? What if he was about to end him and did his trademark where he puts the chair around his neck and Roman Reigns comes charging down, right? Takes them out, or at least takes Solo out. Then he starts to maybe get a little bit overwhelmed because he's not exactly a demigod, but he's halfway there. Then he starts getting interrupted by Bronson. So then Seth is able to kind of like recuperate or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, because now from a story perspective, what would then happen is it would make more sense for Seth to be like, wow, I went from backstabbing you in the back, and then you became this crazy tyrant, right? Now he's a good boy again. And then it would just be like the complete, overwhelming truth and proof that he can be trusted. He tagged with Cody. How did that turn out? Pretty fantastic, if you ask me. Roman kept his word. He even helped Cody post-match. Took a little convincing, but yeah, that's not the point. He did it. I think that would have ended this Raw beautifully. And it didn't have to be an extra 15-minute segment. Could have just been like a quick thing. And that's that. And then maybe have like Adam Pearce yelling and stuff like that, and the security come out. And it just, boom, it just ends there. And then it ends with Seth being helped up a bit more by Roman Reigns. This is why I can't be a part of creative. And it just has Seth like, wow. And as he's facing Roman, maybe, you know, Sammy and the Usos come back into the ring. And then Seth is just like, you know, where he puts the fist out. Remember when they used to do that for the Shield? Yeah, right. He goes like this first, saying that he wants in, and then, or does this, and then whatever. Yeah, I like how I think. Most people don't, but that's okay. But I wanted to go on that little rant, honestly, because I don't always want to be like, so Braun Strowman, Tsunami, Seth, the match ended. Bronson won. It was exhilarating. You know what I mean? Like, no, sometimes I want to, okay? And this was awesome, too. You got to check that out. The whole, like, Miz talking with Karrion Kross. This was just, it's just so good. It's really, really good. And if you want to check out Ludwig Kaiser's 2-minute promo backstage. See, these are not all of them, but some of these segments are things that you actually don't get to see. These are like online exclusives, right? And I think sometimes they're important to watch because they're really, really good. Pure Fusion Collective, I appreciate them individually. It's just, maybe it's the name that's just really throwing me off. And that's enough of that rant. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Thumbs up as always. It does greatly help support the channel. If you did, in fact, like the video, you didn't like it, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off where the sun don't shine, and I will send Rhea after you. Although part of me thinks you might like that a little bit too much. I might have to send either Eric or, you know, Big Boy here after you. If you want to subscribe to the channel, right? Obviously, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.